So when I was fired the last time from this show,
Wait,
people say to me, were you okay with that? And my answer is, I was happy.
Joy Behar, yes, the Joy Behar from The View just got arrested at the airport while allegedly trying to flee the country. And why? Because she's tangled in a $50 million lawsuit that could completely destroy her career. And guess who's behind it? A rising political star who wasn't about to let Joy's out-of-pocket comments slide. Instead of whining about it, she hit back harder than a Caitlin Clark half-court bomb. And now, Joy is in full panic mode, and the internet is on fire. I wouldn't even be talking about this if it was just another celebrity drama. We've seen plenty of that. This question mark, this is different. This is a career-ending battle, a power struggle where words have consequences and reputations are on the line. And let's be real, WNBA fans know all about competition. It's about stepping up when the pressure is on and proving the haters wrong. Unlike Angel Reese, who stays talking big, but lets Caitlin Clark put her on skates every time they meet. So before you scroll away thinking, what does this have to do with basketball? Just stick with me for a second. Because once you hear the details, you'll understand why this is the biggest showdown happening right now. Let's break it all down. But before we jump into the good stuff, take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. By joining our crew, you'll always be in the loop with the latest WNBA updates, expert takes, and breakdowns of big moves just like this. Don't miss out, we've got every angle covered. So hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive right in. First off, let's talk about how this all began. Everything started during a heated debate on The View. Joy Behar, known for her sharp tongue and strong opinions, made a remark about Karoline Leavitt, the newly appointed White House press secretary. Instead of discussing Leavitt's qualifications, Behar went straight for the low blow. I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. Now let's pause for a second. Did Joy really just reduce a professional woman to nothing more than her looks? The backlash was instant and brutal. Social media exploded. Viewers, journalists, and political analysts from both sides of the aisle slammed Behar for her hypocrisy. For years, The View has preached about women's empowerment, yet here was one of its most prominent hosts belittling a woman in power based on appearance. So The View supports women, except when they don't like them. Got it. Joy Behar just set feminism back 50 years. The only reason she still has a job is because cancel culture only applies to the other side. Twitter was on fire and #FireJoyBehar started trending within hours. This was no ordinary backlash. The outrage continued to build, with news segments, YouTube videos, and blog posts all dissecting Behar's words. Late-night shows picked up the controversy, and political commentators debated whether this was an example of liberal hypocrisy or just another case of a media personality getting a little too comfortable. As the controversy gained traction, networks ran polls asking viewers if Behar should be fired, and the results were shocking. A vast majority believed her comments were out of line, signaling a serious problem for The View. Advertisers began reconsidering their partnerships with the show, wary of being associated with such a divisive moment. Meanwhile, conservative media had a field day. Prominent commentators took turns calling out The View for their supposed double standards. Some even went as far as to demand ABC take action against Behar immediately. The pressure was mounting, and everyone was watching to see what would happen next. But wait, there's more. Just when people thought the backlash couldn't get any worse, an old clip resurfaced where Behar made similarly disparaging comments about another female political figure. This only added fuel to the fire, making her defense even weaker. At this point, she was in serious damage control mode. So, how did Karoline Leavitt react to all of this? Well, let's just say she wasn't about to let this slide. Now, here's where things take a sharp turn. While Joy Behar was probably hoping this would all blow over in a few days, Karoline Leavitt had other plans. Instead of letting this slide, she went straight for the jugular, filing a $50 million defamation lawsuit against Behar. And let's be clear, she wasn't playing around. She wasn't just making a public statement or demanding an apology. She was taking this to court, setting a precedent that would shake the media landscape. Leavitt's lawsuit sent shockwaves through the political and media spheres, making it clear that reckless comments would not go unchecked. The lawsuit accused Behar of making malicious and false statements, with the intent of damaging Leavitt's professional reputation. And let's be real, when you're the White House press secretary, credibility is everything. If people started questioning Leavitt's qualifications based on Behar's remarks, it could have long-term consequences for her career. Legal experts were stunned. A lawsuit of this size against a major TV personality was almost unheard of. If Behar lost, it wouldn't just be a financial disaster, it would be a career-ending humiliation. As the lawsuit gained traction, law firms, TV analysts, and media watchdogs all started weighing in. Some legal experts argued that Behar's comment was clearly defamatory, while others debated whether it fell under the category of protected speech. Regardless of legal technicalities, the court of public opinion had already made its decision, and Behar was on the losing end of it. Meanwhile, ABC was in full-blown crisis mode. Executives were scrambling to figure out how to handle the fallout, knowing that the show's reputation and their bottom line was on the line. With advertisers already backing away and public sentiment turning against Behar, the network knew it had to act fast. And ABC? Well, they freaked out. They weren't just dealing with a PR disaster, they were staring down the barrel of a lawsuit that could change how media personalities spoke about public figures. This was no longer just about Joy Behar. It was about the power of words, the consequences of reckless statements, and the shifting media landscape. Would ABC stand by their longtime host, or would they cut ties to save themselves? The pressure was mounting, and things were about to escalate even further. But what happened next sent shockwaves through the industry. Moving on, let's take a look at how ABC reacted to this bombshell. Behind the scenes, ABC executives were scrambling. Emergency meetings, hushed conversations, PR damage control. This was quickly turning into a nightmare for the network. Every major news outlet was covering the controversy, and social media was ablaze with criticism. The network knew it had a massive problem on its hands, and they needed to act fast. Sources claim that top executives started questioning whether Behar was too much of a liability to keep on the show. After all, The View thrives on controversy, but a potential multi-million-dollar lawsuit? That's a whole new level of risk. Behind closed doors, producers debated their options. Should they suspend Behar, issue an apology, or cut ties altogether? Advertisers were reportedly furious, some already threatening to pull their sponsorships if the situation wasn't handled properly. Viewership numbers were fluctuating, some tuned in out of sheer curiosity, while others boycotted the show entirely. ABC was in full crisis mode. Behar, meanwhile, knew she was in trouble. She had spent decades building her career in television, but suddenly everything was on the line. And that's when she did something that shocked everyone. Rumors started swirling that Behar was considering a temporary leave of absence from The View, but then things got even crazier. Some insiders claimed she was frantically calling her legal team, trying to strategize a defense against Leavitt's lawsuit. Others speculated that she was already working on a public apology, but the reality? Behar had something far more drastic in mind. She allegedly began reaching out to close confidants, trying to gauge support and see if there was a way to turn the narrative in her favor. But the damage had already been done. Public sentiment was shifting fast, and major networks were discussing whether this scandal marked the end of her career. As ABC executives scrambled, trying to assess the fallout, one question loomed over everything: how would Behar respond to the chaos? Before ABC could finalize their next move, Behar made hers, and it was a decision that would send the controversy into a complete meltdown. Whoa, you've made it this far. That must mean you're really enjoying the video, right? So why not take a quick second to hit that follow button? It's totally free, super simple, and helps us keep bringing you more awesome content, especially if you love the WNBA. Whether it's game highlights, player spotlights, or behind-the-scenes moments, we've got you covered. Plus, by following, you'll never miss a beat when it comes to your favorite teams and players. Go on, tap that follow now. All right, let's jump back in. Now, let's get into the part that really made jaws drop. As the lawsuit picked up steam, rumors started swirling that Behar was getting desperate. According to reports, she became convinced that she was about to lose everything: her money, her reputation, and her career. And that's when she allegedly hatched an escape plan. The plan? A one-way ticket to Italy, her ancestral homeland. But here's the thing: federal authorities were already onto her. As she attempted to board her flight, TSA and law enforcement intercepted her at the airport. Eyewitnesses described the scene as absolute chaos. Stunned passengers watched as Behar was handcuffed and escorted away. Some even caught the moment on video, and within minutes the footage was all over social media. As videos spread, online commentators had a field day, making memes, creating reaction videos, and even speculating on what exactly Behar had in her carry-on luggage. Federal officials later confirmed that she was detained on suspicion of attempting to evade legal consequences. And just like that, one of the most recognizable faces in daytime TV went from talk show host to headline scandal. Of course, ABC wasted no time responding. Within hours of Behar's arrest, ABC issued a statement. Joy Behar is no longer affiliated with ABC or The View. We remain committed to fostering respectful and constructive dialogue. Translation: she's done. Hollywood, of course, exploded with reactions. Some celebrities defended her, claiming this was cancel culture gone too far. Others celebrated, saying it was about time she faced the consequences of her reckless comments. Meanwhile, The View was in total chaos, unsure of how to move forward without one of its most recognizable figures. And Karoline Leavitt? She just cemented herself as a major political force. Not only did she hold Joy Behar accountable, but she also sent a warning to the media: attack with falsehoods, and you will face the consequences. Wow. Just wow. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, you're officially built different. This whole situation is straight up insane. A $50 million lawsuit, the media scrambling, Joy Behar getting arrested at the airport like she's in some crime drama. You cannot make this up. But now I need to hear from you. Do you think Joy Behar deserved this, or is this whole thing getting out of hand? Is Karoline Leavitt making a bold move for accountability, or is this just another example of media chaos? And more importantly, how do you think The View recovers from this? Will ABC try to sweep this under the rug, or is this the end of an era? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And hey, before you go, make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. We're bringing you the biggest stories, wildest takes, and most unexpected drama that nobody else is talking about. Whether it's basketball breakdowns, WNBA drama, or insane moments from the world of sports and media, we've got you covered. And don't forget, turn on notifications so you never miss an update. You don't want to be the last one in the group chat finding out about the next big controversy, right? So hit that bell icon and stay ahead of the game. All right, that's it for today. Stay locked in, stay informed, and I'll catch you in the next one.